Welcome back to Beyond the Sidelines. I'm Cage, the Joker, your host, followed by
George
and
Will.
And we are back here. We have much to talk about. Championship recap from the NFL. We're starting with Kansas City. They defeated the Tennessee Titans 35-24.
Chiefs Kingdom, baby.
Chiefs Kingdom.
I mean, I picked the Titans to win, but
My team, man, I cried whenever we got that sack. It was good. It was fun. Kansas City held Derrick Henry to under 70 yards at 69. Pretty nice. Nice.
yeah, they did exactly what we said they needed to do, and I picked the wrong team.
I know you did.
And it's good to see you happy.
But guess what?
Happy.
I didn't pick the wrong team.
Whatever. Everyone has their thoughts.
I told you what I tell you. I told you so. And it feels nice to say that.
All right, well, I told you I saw through the whole playoffs, so.
That's true.
This is one game out of the other 16 I've got.
Yeah,
right,
what about the other one?
You mean the one I predicted is the right championship? I didn't predict the right winner.
Yeah, exactly. But who did predict the right winner?
That's one game. That's one
No,
game.
that's 2 games. I predicted both of the championships.
2 games
and
out
neither
of
of you did.
2 games out of how many?
I don't know. I didn't do a bracket.
A lot. Well, I did. My whole AFC side was correct. So.
My AFC side would have
Guess what? Nobody
dead
cares.
wrong.
Guess what? Don't say that on the show. Ready? So, go ahead. Talk about
what? The 49ers winning? I mean, the Titans?
Kansas City.
Kansas City, again, just great performance by Patrick Mahomes. The run at the end of the first half was just an amazing sight. He did everything he was supposed to do, and this is the new type of quarterback we're going to see in the NFL. This is just an amazing thing to see. I mean, this is the future. Patrick Mahomes is the future of the NFL. There's no ifs, ands, or doubts about that.
He's not just the future of the NFL, he's the future of American sports.
I don't know about that.
He has the charisma for it. He's the best at the position that he plays right now, arguably, as far as depending on what you're looking at. Arm talent, best quarterback in the league right now. Scrambling inside, behind the line of scrimmage, pretty good, but he's going to be the face of American sports and
I'll agree with you if he wins the Super Bowl, but for now, it's still LeBron for me.
Yeah, it's still LeBron.
But I think if he wins the Super Bowl, that's a good argument to make.
Yeah, and this is the best team Andy Reid's ever had. So
easily, yeah.
I mean, he had McNabb and T.O., but they were fighting.
Yeah.
Yep. Because of the Eagles. What could
Tennessee have done better? Because they went away from the run game, even though people say they were down, but they're only down by 4 points. So, what could they have done better? You think they should have kept
the fact that they only ran it 4 times in the second half, that was why get away from the one thing you've done well all season? I don't understand. You also you had Tannehill throwing the ball, but Tannehill only works well when the run game is working well. That's why he's been so good, is because he was able to work off the run game with the play action, with his legs, all that kind of stuff. The reason that offense worked is all through Derrick Henry, not through Ryan Tannehill, and in the second half, they tried to make it work through Ryan Tannehill, and we see what happens when it works through Ryan Tannehill. So we saw the mortal Ryan Tannehill, which we saw in Miami. Not saying that he was completely awful, but I mean, just a whole bunch of, he had a bunch of pass attempts in that second half, and they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
They definitely could have not. Well, the obvious one is not put the ball in Ryan Tannehill's hands. Has never shown to be clutch. But on the defensive side of the ball, they couldn't stop him. They tried to adapt, but it didn't really work. Their pass rush was terrible, and I think that is why they didn't get in the backfield, and that's why they couldn't stop the Chiefs' offense. So that's why they lost. And if they would have been able to get a better pass rush, it would have helped coverage, and it would have just worked like a butterfly.
All right, I agree. All right, move on to the NFC side, where San Francisco defeated Green Bay 37-20.
I picked this one. I got it right.
Congratulations.
Thank
Proud of you. So we'll start with you, Will. What could Green Bay done differently?
I mean, other than getting ran all over by Raheem Mostert, their defensive line, their ends had been really hyped up, and they haven't had a good run defense, but you shouldn't let a guy get that many yards in a playoff game. He had over 200 yards.
220. That's the second most in postseason history. Second behind Eric Dickerson.
Yeah, and he's the Packers defense just needs to get better at the run, and that's why they lost, because Raheem Mostert had 220 yards.
Yeah, that's
a lot of yards.
Yeah.
That's like more than some running backs get in a season.
Oh, yeah. Like Reggie Bush when he had negative yards. Remember that?
Yes, I did.
All right, George, what about you?
Reggie Bush was not a good NFL running
No,
back.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying he finished the season
No, he
with
was
negative
still not a
rushing
good
yards.
NFL running back. You know, the Green Bay, they got killed. You'd have to change your entire, everything that you went in doing into that game. Aaron Rodgers had to be on point. He wasn't on point. You have to have a lot more run. You had to have gotten Aaron Jones started. You had to have gotten your defense off the ground, covering. I mean, just attacking the ball, especially your edge. Where you were good was your edge, and they couldn't contain the edge, and Raheem Mostert went off. So there was not much Green Bay could do. San Francisco was clearly the better team. San Francisco clearly should have been there, and maybe I think Seattle would have given the.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I would have been a way better game
than Green Bay did, and I think that call killed the entire NFC Championship, because I knew that week going into the championship there was no way Green Bay makes the Super Bowl. There was no way that was going to happen.
And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure, because I watched the game for most of the game, that Richard Sherman covered up Devontae Adams pretty well.
Besides that one play. There was that one play where he...
And actually, he wasn't always the one. I mean, there was a bunch of guys. Remember, Richard Sherman does not play. He plays on one side of the field. He doesn't play on the best receiver. He doesn't switch. And there was a bunch of corners going in and out of the game that were really covering up Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
So Richard Sherman got beat once, but he was pretty good on him. And then they switched to the other side of the field. And this undrafted guy out of Tennessee, I forget his name all the time, but rep Tennessee. But he was covering up the other side of the field amazingly. And after going undrafted, he's cemented himself as a great corner.
And that's the reason this team's at the Super Bowl. They had the depth. And it's young depth. Because the older the players get, it's hard to keep a core together just because of money.
And when you have Jimmy Garoppolo only having to throw it 8 times, and then you beat him out by that much,
and having Raheem Mostert go for 220 yards.
Exactly, you're gonna win the game.
In the playoffs.
There's no doubt.
Yeah. Well, I will say that San Francisco's defense has a daunting task ahead of them in Super 54, going up against that Chiefs receiving core.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's gonna be.
And we will highlight all of these next week.
What was that?
We'll highlight all of these next week.
Yes, yeah. We will touch on all Super Bowl topics next week. We're a little light today. I'll just recap them for now. But next week, you'll catch that next week. We're moving on to our topics of the week. We're going to start off, who would you rather build a team around, Zion or Ja Morant? Let's start with you, Will.
I would like to say Zion, but he's too injury prone. Ja Morant, he's a point guard, which means that he's going to be the primary ball handler, and he is showing leadership qualities. He's made Memphis look really good this season, and he's talented. He can hit a three. He's just a more well-rounded player, and that's why I'd build around Ja.
George?
Okay. If I was going player-wise, just purely talent-wise, it would be Ja Morant. He has the speed, the passing ability, can get to the rim, can hit a three every once in a while. As you said, great leadership qualities. But I'm going to take a bit of a different spin on this. If I'm starting a team in New Orleans named the Pelicans, by the way, which is an awful name.
Yeah.
Like that is a terrible, terrible, awful, whoever came up with that was stupid.
Okay.
If I am starting a team and I need somebody to be the franchise player, the star of that team, somebody I can market off of, and do interviews and do all this kind of stuff, it would be Zion Williamson. You think about it, he is already one of the most marketable players in the NBA. He, a high-flying forward who is going to make highlight plays every night just by dunking over anybody he can. The first night he's going to dunk over LeBron, that stand is going crazy, and that highlight's going to be on ESPN for about 14 weeks in a row. Okay? It is going to, if I am starting a team and I need somebody to be the franchise player for that team, not talent-wise, but through revenue and all that kind of stuff, jersey sales, I'm going to start my team with Zion Williamson.
I see where you're coming from on that one. I'd still build the team around Ja, but if I was to take the Zion road, I would say his marketability would make it so that more free agents would want to come.
Exactly, and that is exactly my entire point.
And I don't think that Zion would elevate the play of others because, well, he likes to be Zion.
Zion, but he could definitely work in a pick and roll with somebody if you you give him. But I mean, imagine how Zion and John Morant would work together. Like that would be an amazing duo.
That'd be an amazing duo, and I think that John Morant makes the people around him better on a higher level than Zion just because he passes the ball more.
Playing wise, but how well are you going to be able to market John Morant?
I think that
I don't think he's not even close to as marketable.
No one's as marketable as Zion Williamson right now.
LeBron and Giannis and James Harden and. Do I need to keep going?
No rookies are as marketable as.
There you go.
Zion Williamson.
There you go.
And I think that if you do it right, you could. If you played it all right, you could market John Morant. It's just harder to market John Morant right now.
Exactly. That's my point.
Because play on the court is not
harder. Because Zion is going to make a highlight play. You know that. Like, that's his entire thing. Like, all throughout college. Like, not saying he's not a great player, but he's not going to shoot the ball. His defense isn't great. He is a pure front court scorer who is still a bit undersized, but has just this electricity and can go over the top on anybody. So,
I think that will elevate them to the 9th seed. I don't think they make the playoffs.
I don't think they make the playoffs either. I don't think anybody was expecting them to make the playoffs, even with Zion Williamson.
Yeah.
So
cool story. Let's go.
All right. Move on. This is more of a question, or obviously all questions, but it's like an opinion type of thing. Right, they're all opinions. You know, let me just ask the question. How do you feel about someone throwing debris at Bronny James?
It's terrible. Like, he's a freshman in high school. He's younger than us, and his dad's LeBron James. I get it. If your dad doesn't like LeBron James, I can see where it's coming from. He's a freshman in high school, and what he's doing right now, he doesn't do anything to annoy the media. He just plays basketball, and I think that if you don't like his dad, tell it to his dad. Don't throw things at your kids, because that's the kind of thing that I have younger siblings, and it's just like when someone beats up on your younger sibling, you want to go get
revenge. Yeah,
and I just think if you're doing that, that means that you're on an all new level of low, and you should be ashamed of yourself if you threw a trash at a freshman.
Especially as a grown man. And I'm, last night during the basketball, the Timber Creek basketball broadcast, I know we got thrown trash at, and we're just broadcasting. So that was definitely interesting to getting hate from the sideline. But then you think about the other way. This kid, I've never seen him do anything wrong. He has never come up in the media as a bad kid, doing drugs, being anything bad. I mean, the most notable thing for us is Dad says Taco Tuesday every damn Tuesday. That's literally it. There's been nothing wrong about him. He has never done anything wrong. Just the notoriety that he gets, and you're gonna throw trash at him. You're a grown man. Come on now, dog. There is no reason to do that.
And the only reason we know who he is because all he does is work on basketball.
Exactly.
He might have a social media account but he's not a social media presence. He goes to a really good school, but all he does that we know of is work on basketball and spend time with his family.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Exactly. That person should be ashamed of themselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And my best bet is probably some little, teenager that thought, hey, it'd be cool to just throw this, piece of trash at the best player in the world's son. So.
Well, that would be arguable, but the most marketable player in the world, I can understand.
Yeah, let's talk about it one day.
Let's talk about it.
We'll have a nice debate.
We'll have
a nice debate about this at another time.
That's like
who's the GOAT or who's the best player in the NBA right now?
It could be either, but neither of them are LeBron James. So, how about that?
Keep thinking your wrong thoughts.
All right, well, this is all setting for a nice show soon. Whenever Sybil wraps up, we'll be on that one. All right, we're on to some baseball. Should the Dodgers be gifted both the World Series they were cheated out of?
No.
You're just saying that because you're a Red Sox fan.
No, I'm not. First of all.
Oh, and this is coming after the LA City Council is actually fighting for those.
Yeah, I heard about that. But first of all, there has been no signs that the Red Sox were sign stealing in the World Series, as there are no signs that the Astros were sign stealing in the World Series. There have been nothing come up. This is mostly regular season stuff. And if the Astros were stealing, then technically the entire playoffs should restart. And it would be the Astros get their team back, and they have to go through it without cheating. And if they want to do it with the Red Sox too, but then neither of those should happen. Look, they won a championship and didn't get caught. It sucks, and there's going to be ramifications. The Astros have already fired the GM and manager, been taking away $5 million, and first and second round picks the next 2 years are gone. The Red Sox have already let go of Alex Cora. We don't know of anything else. The Astros is the big one here, especially because that went to 7 games. The Red Sox were killing the Dodgers either way. So they shouldn't get the Red Sox one for sure, just because they were getting killed, and their play, first of all, wouldn't have considered them for the playoffs anyways. The Astros one is more contentious, but there is no way you're going to take away a champion. If you're going to take away a championship, you're not just going to give it to another team, because you have no idea if another team, if let's say the Yankees or the Indians made it there in 2017, right, that they wouldn't show up again and win the whole thing against the Dodgers. So no, I don't think that the Dodgers should get either championship. And I understand the LA Council is fighting for that, but there's a lot more things wrong in LA. And the fact that, you know, maybe figure out a way to get some water first, and then you can talk about LA championships.
I don't think they should get both back, because as you said, the Red Sox, it wasn't a close series, or to the best of my knowledge, and
they won 4-1.
Yeah. The Astros got caught doing. I think that they should have to, in some way, play again for that without the Astros cheating, just because the Astros got caught cheating, and they've already been ramified for it. And I think that if they shouldn't just be given a championship. They should have to find a way to like play it or simulate it in some way.
Yeah.
Just
go to 2K and do it.
Yeah, go to
2K. My bad. MLB The Show.
Yeah, go to like do something like that so that we can see who would have actually won without cheating.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I don't think the Red Sox one needs to be reviewed because it was 4-1.
All right. Do you think not given to the Dodgers, but you think should just stripped in general and no one wins it at all, or just remain how it is?
The Astros, I think, should be stripped.
Okay.
If they were found to have been cheating in the World Series. Mm-hmm. But again, they have not been found to have been cheating in the World Series. Obviously they've been found to doing that. There's no doubt about that. But in the World Series, they were not found of cheating. Same thing with the Red Sox. So until they can find evidence of cheating inside of the World Series, I don't think the title can be stripped. Now, if they do, then I can understand their title being stripped, especially because that one went to 7 games. But LA shouldn't still get it because we have no idea what would have happened if they never would have cheated in the first place. Yeah. So that's where I'm at on that one.
This is why we shouldn't cheat, kids. And Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
All right. Once the UFC, Conor McGregor defeated the Cowboy in under 40 seconds. Is he the best UFC fighter?
No.
Who is?
He never was the best UFC fighter. Remember him getting killed by Khabib. So he is not the best fighter now. He may be the most marketable fighter, but he is not the best fighter in the UFC, in his weight class. You have Jorge Masvidal, who he needs to fight, especially at a weight class where he's never fought before. This is his first fight in that weight class where he killed Cowboy, but mostly because Cowboy never starts fast. He's always a slow starter, and I mean he just got beat up basically. But then again, he won $2 million for being beat up for less than 40 seconds. I would take that.
I could do that in a heartbeat.
You can rock me silly for how long you want.
Give me $2 million.
Bring me my money.
Bring me my money. But no, I don't think he's the best fighter in the UFC because you still have Jorge Masvidal and you still have Khabib, which he has fought and not beaten.
All right. Well,
I don't think he may have done this impressive thing. I'm not going to say it's not impressive. It's really impressive to knock a guy out in 40 seconds. Yeah. But this is the first fight that he's won in like 3 years. To be considered the best, you have to have sustained success. He may have had that in the past. I don't follow UFC as tightly, but if he may have had that in the past, he's super marketable. Keep marketing it as however you want, but he's not the best fighter in the UFC. He's won 1 match in the last 3 years, and he's
remember, he went off to be a boxer for a while. Got beat by Floyd Money Mayweather. He went off and then fought Khabib. Well, I mean, all of that whole thing where he threw a chair through a bus or whatever. So that kind of stuff. And then he lost to Khabib. So yeah, no, he's definitely not even close to the best fighter.
If he can sustain the success, I could see a case for it.
But I still don't see it if he beats Jorge Masvidal and he beats Khabib. Now I could see it, but he has to beat both of those guys to be considered, and has to keep going. So it's just interesting to see what they're going to do with that, and what he's going to be able to do, and if he's going to be able to come up and fight Masvidal at a new weight class and be able to beat Khabib, which he hasn't been able to do in the past.
All right. Moving on to NCAA. I know that George wanted to talk about this, the Kansas and Kansas State fight brawl last night. So George, go ahead and spill.
That was wild. Okay, so what happened was, there was, so Kansas was trying to dribble out the clock. They're winning by 30 points. It's like 80-something to 50-something. The Kansas State player stole it from the Kansas guy that was just trying to dribble it out, went up for it, and the Kansas guy comes over and blocks the ball, knocks the crap out of it, and it just engulfs in a brawl because Kansas had already, last season, this little college team had done that, like they'd stolen, like at the last seconds, Kansas was beating them by like almost 50 points. And this one little dude just like stole the ball and went up and scored and like dunked over on the entire team, and it was nice. Like it was fun to watch. But Kansas was not happy about that. And then having them get it done to them again, thankfully blocking the shot this time. And it just got into a whole thing. And then at the end of the fight, this Kansas guy picks up a stool and starts whacking people with it. So, I don't know what the ramifications are going to be but this is probably the most wild fight since Malice in the Palace, if you know what that is. Which I'm going to guess neither of you know what that is.
Is that the big? So tell me the teams.
Okay, It wasn't really the teams that were the big. It was
when they fought the fans, right?
I think it was Ron Artest, who is now Meta World Peace, went up in the stands because the guy threw a drink at him.
Yeah.
He went up in the stands and beat the crap out of him.
I remember the fight. I just didn't know like what the teams were.
I think it was the Pacers. I think it was on the Pacers.
Yeah, because I knew it was NBA.
Or the Nuggets. Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, that was interesting. Definitely.
I saw a little snippet of it, and I think I saw the fight happened in the crowd, something like that. Yeah, almost in there. But wasn't with the crowd? It was in the crowd. Though. Right. Yeah. All right.
And then also the Mets, who fired manager, what was his name? Who fired the manager over the Astros thing, has fired Luis Rojas to be their manager. So just breaking news on that real quick.
Let's go Mets.
You don't like the Mets. Why would you say
the Kings traded?
What was the point of that?
The Mets.
The Kings made a trade for Kent Bazemore.
That nobody cares about.
Oh, hush. And they gave up Trevor Ariza and one other guy, and they got Kent Bazemore and one other guy.
The fact that you can't remember it at your own team is sad.
Shh.
No,
Thank you, Will.
I don't think I will. Thank you, Will.
Thank you. All right. See you, Will.
Adios.
Anthony! All right. We're going to make a nice jump cut in 3 seconds. You're going to see them here. I'm going to be here standing up. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're back. We're now standing up. I told you these 3 things are going to change. All right.
Nice.
Welcome to Trivia, where you have to answer questions. Yeah. What I ask.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, hopefully everyone here knows what trivia is. All right. Rules are, I ask you a question. You get it right, you get a point. If you don't, it goes to Anthony. If Anthony gets the question right, he gets the point, and then it's his turn. No one gets the point. The George gets the point, it just goes to him, and you guys get the GIF. Each point is worth 1 point until question 11, 12, and 13. Then there were 3. You guys good with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yep.
And they'll ask you questions. It's a buzzer. They just slam the table. Whoever slams it first, whoever I think slams it first, will get the chance to answer.
Yeah. What if we slam it at the same time?
Then I'm just gonna.
Dan Kane's gonna pick.
I'm gonna pick who
He's gonna pick George every time.
All right. Question 1: Who was the fighter that bit off in here in 1997?
Who was Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield?
That's correct. Wow. All right. When I wrote this, I originally had it. Whose ear did Mike Tyson bite off? So you got.
Evander Holyfield.
I should give you 2 points for that. But
No.
For your sake.
No.
For your sake. All right, we got 1 point
Say
for
it more
George.
clear. I didn't understand that question. And I heard bite
It's too
ear.
bad. Because I would
Mike Tyson bit off
Yeah, I
Evander
know it was Mike
Holyfield's
Tyson.
ear.
I would have asked you again if
Okay.
you didn't know. All right. Now this is question 2. How many rings did Jordan win with the Bulls?
4.
All right. This was the easy question.
I don't know basketball.
George.
6.
Okay. It is 6. Yes, it is 6.
This may be a 10-0 sweep.
It will be.
It's 2-0 now, George. The question now goes to George. Who has won more tennis Grand Slam titles, Venus Williams or Serena Williams?
Serena Williams.
Serena Williams. It is now 3.
That was such an easy question.
Thank
All
you.
right. Name this player. Sweetness. He played in the NFL. Go with that.
I know that.
All right.
Just don't know the player.
Sweetness?
Sweetness.
I have no idea.
Name a player. Obviously, it's an old dude.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Come on. I have no idea who it is, but like,
I'm just
I have
gonna
a couple
guess
guesses.
John Elway.
No.
It's not even.
Barry Sanders?
No.
What is it?
Who?
Walter Payton.
Okay.
Walter Payton.
Walter Payton. All right.
George finally got one wrong, and I can.
So
check
it's
one.
3. It's 3-0.
It's definitely
It's
gonna
my
be
turn.
9-0 sweep now.
All right. Who was the fastest ball carrier in the NFL this season?
The fastest ball carrier.
Yes.
Terry Cole.
No.
McCole Hardman.
No. Wow. Okay. I like that. It's both Chiefs. Both were answers. No. It was Matt Breida for the San Francisco 49ers.
He ran the fastest time at one point, I'm guessing, or something along those lines.
Hill
No.
or Breida?
Breida.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing McCole Hardman's.
Yeah.
You see
No,
how
just
fast he
their
runs.
speed.
He was
Like,
third.
yeah.
He was third. I looked it up
Where's Hill?
this time. Hill didn't really have that much runs this year.
Really? I mean, the end rounds he's done in the playoffs, you would think that
Well,
they would have done that
because-
more in the regular season.
Once he already has the ball, he's kind of already gone.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
yeah, and there was a play this against Titans where he ran a jet sweep, he scored a touchdown. He might have broke it right there. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
But that's not how your season.
He did have the fastest speed though in general when he
Yeah.
caught up to Damon Williams in the Vikings
Yeah,
game.
that's nice.
So
Hey, you know what? That means it was a good guess.
yeah.
All right,
yeah.
let's keep going.
All right,
We chose 2 speedy Chiefs players.
Yeah.
What do you choose? What do you
all right, Anthony. Oh, it's now
No,
one got-
it's
one got it,
Anthony.
fine. No, I thought you got a point, but you did not. All right, what was the longest non-special teams play in the NFL season? Offensive or defensive?
I say the 96-yard touchdown run by Damian Williams.
It was a 99-yard touchdown run by, what's his name? The Titans running back.
Correct.
I swear that was last season.
No, you had 2.
He had one this year.
Yeah, he gets hit against the Jags.
Yeah, exactly.
Same team.
Yeah, same end zone.
I guess I wasn't watching that game.
It was nice.
So how close was Damian Williams' touchdown run?
Damon was a 91-yard.
91.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
4-0.
Yes, sir.
My turn.
This is another gimme. Who has the most World Series titles?
The Yankees, 27.
Correct. 5-0 George.
I hate this game.
Who won the Home Run Derby in 2019?
Mookie Betts.
No.
That was the stupidest answer you ever could have given.
All right, George, you know?
I gotta, hold up. You gotta give me a second because I gotta remember.
All right, remember you got 10
I'm
seconds.
definitely going to get shut out here.
We got 10 seconds on the clock.
Okay, I'm just gonna take it. It was Cody Bellinger, but it's not.
Yeah, it was Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso. That's right.
I don't,
Who wrote it last year was what's his name? The dude that played for the Nationals now a Phillies player. I don't remember his name.
I still
Baseball.
catch up to you with the 3-point
Harper?
round.
Yeah, Harper, and won it at Nationals Park. I was watching that one, but I didn't care about baseball this season, just to be honest.
No one does. It's
All right.
no one pays attention to
Well,
World Series.
So we got 6-0. No.
5.
5-0 George.
Nothing makes it better.
Yes. 5-0 George. All right.
Now it's my turn, because you asked him the World Series question.
Yes.
I answered it.
You asked me that. You asked me last
Yeah,
question.
he has no idea, so it's my turn.
It's his turn.
Yeah, it's
All
mine.
right. Against who? Against what opposing team did Babe Ruth hit his first career home run?
Well, he was on the Red Sox at this point when he hit his first home run. Let's go with the A's.
Wrong.
Gonna guess. I'm gonna go with the Yankees.
Yes.
Actually, no,
Yes. It is the Yankees. We got 1 point on the board for Anthony.
Hey,
I just figured they're one
One.
of the
Damn,
best.
if I wouldn't have said anything about the Red Sox, you would have thought he was on the Yankees and never would have guessed.
I was gonna say the Yankees regardless.
course, because you didn't know any other team.
I know most teams. I just know the Yankees are one of the most successful, so I thought it'd just be the Yankees.
All right.
What question number is this?
This is now question number 10.
Okay. It's Anthony.
Who was the first major league player to pitch a ball over 100 miles per hour?
I want to say Clayton Kershaw, but it's not him.
That was the worst thing.
It's not him.
Those worse than your Mickey Betts one.
Shut up.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. Can I pass?
Pass?
Yes.
All right.
Cy Young.
That's Nolan Ryan.
Really?
Oh, wow.
I figured it would be a lot farther back, but I guess not.
All right. Going on to the harder questions. George.
These are worth 3 points?
Remember, these were 3 points, and we have to
So I
buzz.
can still catch you.
Buzz. We have to buzz.
I can still catch you.
Yep, it's 5.
No, I was saying because, I'm not going to say it, but if he gets it right, then I'll say it then. All right. How long was the longest play of the year?
99 yards.
107.
109.
110.
108.
106.
105.
103.
103. 102.
Y'all are all wrong. How'd you skip the number?
You 104.
There you go.
Hey, let's go.
It was McCall Hardman's.
I knew it was a McCall
kick
Hardman
return.
run.
The last.
It was against the Texans. No.
The Chargers.
That's what it was.
Last.
There you go.
All right.
It's out of reach now.
No, it's not.
You have
Yes, it
8.
is.
The most I can get is 7.
You can get 6.
No,
have
but he
1.
already has one. So you can get
most you can get 6.
Yeah, 6. I can get 7.
You can get 6 points.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I can make it closer than it was.
Yeah. All right.
Come back.
This is
For
hard.
no point.
How fast was Matt Breida's run?
19 miles per hour.
No.
20 miles per hour.
No.
17 miles per hour.
No.
14 miles per hour.
14. Man, you guys are not aligning, guys. Come on.
18 miles per
No.
hour.
21 miles per hour.
No.
22 miles per hour.
Yes. Can you give me the decimal point?
22.7.
No.
22.8.
No.
22.5.
No.
22.3.
Yeah. So
I'll take one. That's not. I mean, 22. Come on now, dog.
He's already won.
okay.
It's a
I'll just get the answer just for grievances.
All right,
Just for grievances.
8-4.
All right. What team drafted Kobe Bryant?
The Hornets.
Correct.
See ya. S.
Drop the mic. George is 2-0 now in trivia. He's beaten Anthony. He's beaten Dylan. Let's
go.
We're gonna have to put me.
On a technicality.
We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to put me in here so I can go against George.
No, because you made up the question. You're gonna know it.
No,
Well, then we'll have someone else make
You
up
guys
the
make the
question.
questions. We're gonna have an extra big game of trivia next week for our Super Bowl one. It's gonna be big. We're gonna have a lot of people in here. It's gonna be fun.
Even Regan.
And I'm still gonna win. You wanna know why? Because I'm a god.
He's going to play Regan, and Regan's going to win.
As I'm gonna play Regan.
All right. Bring in Will the man.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
I'm back. Like I never left.
We get the mic back on. All right, Will's back
Will
for our
is back for
last
the-
topics of the
Yes.
day. Game picks, NBA style. This is for tonight's games.
Okay.
We're all good?
Yes,
You ready?
let's do
Yeah,
this.
all good. Yeah.
Let's wait for him?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to start off with the Lakers and the Knicks, your
Yeah,
beloved. Go ahead,
Yeah,
George.
it's the Lakers. It's the Lakers. It's the Lakers. It's the Lakers.
Oh, yeah. Give me the Lakers. Give me the Lakers.
Give me the Lakers.
All right.
Give me the
Would be
Lakers.
one.
The Knicks have literally no shot.
Well, not particularly, but like it's not no shot. They did.
Point one.
They did beat the Cavs the other night.
Oh my God.
Cavs. The Cavs.
Hot off the press. The Knicks beat the Cavs. While
Hey, it
Kevin
was
Love
a
was
nice
throwing
win,
a
too. They beat
tantrum
them
on the
by 30
bench.
points.
Kevin Love was crying on the bench. Just kidding. But like, I can see it happen.
Kevin Love was probably crying.
Probably.
Wah.
He's crying because
Because he doesn't have LeBron anymore.
yeah. He'll come back a couple years, but for now he's crying.
No, he won't.
He'll play with this up.
Yeah, he'll make it so that he's a free agent the year that Bronny gets drafted, not signed with anyone until after the draft, then go play one more year with the team that Bronny gets drafted.
Exactly.
Yeah, this would be kind of nice though.
I guarantee he's playing all this out. All right.
Yep.
76ers and the Raptors. Will?
Where is it? Because
It is in Toronto.
then give me the Raptors. the Sixers haven't been as good on the road as they have been at home this year.
I'm with you. Give me Toronto. Pascal Siakam going off.
Sir Siakam, give me the Raptors also. I'll start with Will just because this is his team. The Kings versus the Pistons.
Ooh. Well, both teams are kind of terrible.
I would say I love the Kings Instagram account. They are really really fun. I don't know if y'all follow them, but they're it's basically a meme account.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on
That's kind of
Twitter.
nice.
Honestly, give me the Kings on this one.
I'll take the Kings too. What about you, George?
I really want to take the Pistons just to trash Will, but I'm going to take the Kings.
I would love the Kings win just for their meme accounts. Or lose. Either way, win or lose, their meme accounts are nice. It's going to be nice. All right. Thunder versus the Magic.
The Thunder.
The Thunder.
God,
CP3
this sucks when we all pick the same teams.
Yeah, I know. There's not enough competition.
Stop
here.
copying me, Will.
CP3 is shown to be a great leader.
I did not expect this from CP3 also. I thought the Thunder were just going to...
I thought this was like what the Dolphins were originally setting out to do.
Yeah.
And they controlled
So what the
ground.
Bengals were.
Yes.
What the Bengals ended up being.
Yes.
I'll say the Thunder are this year's Titans.
True.
Okay. I got you there. That's actually not a bad,
That's not a bad comparison.
no, not at all. Surprisingly.
And Gilchrist Alexander is their Derrick Henry.
Shut up.
All right.
No.
Grizzlies versus the Celtics.
Celtics.
Why can't I go first?
Because I said so.
All right.
We've agreed on literally every pick.
I mean, these aren't hard, though. Like,
I mean, the Celtics are going to
All right.
dominate.
Then I'll pick the Grizzlies.
Actually, let me. I didn't think about this one. The Celtics did just beat the crap out of the Lakers,
Yeah.
yeah, they killed them.
That was...
but the Grizzlies are really hot.
Kemba is now 1-28 against LeBron.
Congratulations. Give me the Grizzlies, actually, on this one.
Okay, then give me the Celtics then for that one. All right. Wizards versus the Heat.
Heat.
What's going on, Will?
Well, the Wizards have a pretty solid offense, but they can't play defense, and Jimmy Butler's really good, so give me the Heat.
All right. And this might be the most amount of times where we are on the same page.
I know. Watch all of our picks go wrong.
This one's not going wrong.
Clippers versus the Hawks. We all go.
Yeah, okay. Should this even be a question?
I don't even know. I should just skip this one.
The Hawks should have a shot in this game, but they don't because they're terrible.
What do you mean they should, but they
They
don't?
have Trae Young and they...
Okay, Booger McFarland.
Okay, Booger.
Give me the Clippers.
Give me the
Give me
Clippers.
the Clips. Kawhi.
They're probably going to arrest Kawhi.
I'm going to arrest you.
I don't want to get arrested.
Okay. Timberwolves versus the Bulls.
Ooh.
That's actually a game that
Yeah, that actually is a game. Well, go ahead.
I'm going to pick the Bulls.
God damn it.
I'm picking the Bulls too.
I'm picking the Bulls as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll pick the Timberwolves just for the sake of the.
For the sake of diversity.
The Bulls are definitely losing now.
All right, Nuggets. What?
Well, if they're definitely going to lose, I had to switch sides. Just kidding. I'm staying with the Bulls.
All right, Nuggets and Rockets. Nuggets at Rockets.
That's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
Give me the Nuggets. George.
Give me the Nuggets.
Give me the Rockets. I can take the Rockets for this one. George, Pacers at the Suns.
The Pacers.
To be honest with you, the Suns have showed up a couple of times this year. I can see them upsetting the Pacers.
The Suns and Lakers are my two teams. I was so excited. They're doing so good at the beginning of the season.
And then the Suns are actually the Suns.
There you go.
Yeah, but give me the Suns.
Give me the Pacers because, well,
Do you know, name a player on the Pacers, Cage.
Oladipo.
Name a player that's actually going to play on the Pacers.
Miles Turner.
There you go.
Miles Turner.
I didn't ask you.
I was proving that I know stuff.
I don't care.
Oh,
San Antonio versus the Pelicans. This is Zion's return.
Yeah, it is Zion's return.
Or not return, debut.
Debut. Zion gets the dub.
Does he go off?
No.
no, he doesn't
He
go
gets
off.
12 points.
Give me... I want to be different, but I like the Pelicans too much in this game. Give me the Pelicans.
The Pelicans, damn it.
Pelicans. It's official.
I'll take the Spurs.
Nice.
Spurs it is.
This has been the worst one we've ever
This
done.
is literally, this defeats the purpose of a debate show.
All right, and last one, Utah Jazz at Golden State Warriors.
The Jazz. God, my shoulders just popped.
Okay, I'm going to go on a rant. How are the Warriors this bad? Like, they were...
Because they have nobody on the court. What do you mean? Name a front
coach
court.
gets praised for
Name a front court player on the Warriors.
Draymond Green.
Name a front court player. Name the other starting front court player on the Warriors.
I can't.
Name the starting guard for the Warriors.
I think he has pink hair.
Do you see my point? They have one player. And
Okay.
it's not even Draymond. Draymond's been absolute trash.
I think this with the coach who's, won you championships, you should not be last in the West after being in the finals.
You have nobody playing. Look, you could have Vince Lombardi coaching, but if he has like all the Joe Boo-Boos of the league, he's still not going to win games. The reason Vince Lombardi is so good is because he had Bart Starr. You have to have players that are going to be good. You're starting Quinn Cook as your starting point guard. There is a problem. There is a fundamental problem with that.
There's a fundamental problem with Quinn Cook not being on the Warriors.
Quinn Cook.
He's on the Lakers.
He used to be on the Warriors.
Yes, he did. I always trade for him. He's like my 2K.
Nobody cares.
I care.
The fact that I didn't even know that is that's just, who is the starting point guard? Name me the starting point guard.
Ask Siri.
No, I don't think you will. No, but that's my entire point. The Warriors team is trash. Like,
yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but like, still, you shouldn't be terrible even when your coach is viewed as a really good coach. Because coaching does matter in these things.
That's fine, but just remember that basketball is a different sport.
That's true.
Right? Like, you don't have all the backups in the world. Like, the reason Steve Kerr's been a good coach is because he's just let his players play. He developed Steph perfectly, and he's let Steph play. Clay is developed perfectly. He just lets Clay play. He let Kevin Durant do whatever Kevin Durant did. You know what I mean? He just lets Draymond go. It's literally just making sure these players are doing the thing they're supposed to. It's really, his coaching job was more about communication. Now, there are two different types of coaches. There is a rebuilding coach where all you're doing is player progression and making sure your players are improving the way they're supposed to while you're rebuilding. And then there's a control coach. Like Tyronn Lue was a control coach for the Cavs because he just wanted to make sure basically LeBron was the coach of that team.
LeBron
like there is no doubt. Tyronn Lue did literally nothing.
LeBron has the Ben Roethlisberger mindset when he was in Cleveland.
LeBron has the Ben Roethlisberger mindset no matter. It is literally Ben Roethlisberger has the LeBron mindset. Even though he's nowhere close to as talented and as good of a player in the league comparatively.
Luckily, he signed through 2022.
He's still a good player. Better than Carson Wentz will ever be.
Oh, hush.
So I think that's pretty much the end of our show.
We didn't pick X Factors for any game.
What X Factors are going to be? Wow, the X Factor for the Knicks and Lakers game is going to be LeBron James because he's going to put up 60 because the Knicks are trash. Okay? What do you want to say?
I'll add this one thing in. Who wins the Pro Bowl?
No, don't talk about the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl is the worst thing on the face of the earth.
Who wins the skill showdown?
Who cares?
That's a good. The skill showdown is really fun to watch.
It's not.
It is. There's the dodgeball. There's the
NFC.
You can watch the quarterbacks just.
My mom could win the skills showdown. Nobody cares. Nobody watches that. The Pro Bowl is the worst thing in the world. I would rather sit there and watch the entire 24 hours of the Combine than watch the Pro Bowl.
You're just sad because the only Steelers player that made the Pro Bowl is like an offensive lineman.
You're stupid. There's definitely been much more Steelers players than that. You remember that C.J. Watt was that first team All-NFL.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
They have two corners in there. They have Deontay Johnson as a return specialist. That was second team All-NFL. Okay, so no, it's not that. It's that the Pro Bowl is terrible.
Pro Bowl is I have a weird obsession with the Pro Bowl.
You have a weird obsession with everything.
All right. There's no more topics, and I'm glad. We will see y'all next week on the special show where we're going to have half the crew in here for our Super Bowl preview. Awesome show. We'll see y'all next week. Adios.